Persephone, her mother, Demeter, the harvest goddess, mourned so deeply during those months that the earth grew cold and barren.
Wow. That's quite a story for winter.
It is. And here's a lesser-known insight from the researched volcanic eruptions, like from Mount Etna.
Yeah.
They believed that was the fiery breath of the monster Typhon, who Zeus had trapped under the mountain. So even geology got a mythological explanation.
So they really wove meaning into everything. Gods, nature. And that brings us to the monsters, doesn't it? The sources seem to say they weren't just scary creatures.
Not at all. They were packed with symbolism, powerful symbols.
Okay, like what? What kind of symbols?
Well, take the Minotaur, half man, half bull, stuck in that labyrinth. He wasn't just a monster. He represented sort of the beast within, human rage, savagery, the primal urges hidden inside us.
Okay, the beast within makes sense. What about Medusa?
Medusa, with the snake hair and the gaze that turns you to stone. She was basically a symbol of paralyzing fear, the kind of terror that stops you dead in your tracks.
Right, and the Hydra, the one with all the heads.
Ah, the Hydra. You cut off one head, two grow back. That's a perfect symbol for problems that seem to get worse the more you fight them head on, like maybe addiction or cycles of violence, things that just keep multiplying.
I never thought of it that way.
And a little-known fact our sources point out is that these monster stories were often used as, teaching tools. Moral lessons about pride, hubris, or greed, or even the danger of, say, overthinking something until it paralyzes you, like Medusa's gaze.
Fascinating. So myths as science, monsters as symbols. Now, what about the heroes? We tend to think of heroes as noble, right? Always doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's the modern idea. But the Greek heroes, often not so much. They were deeply flawed figures. Achilles, for example, greatest warrior, nearly invincible.
Except for his heel, yeah.
Right. But his massive ego, his pride, it directly led to the deaths of countless soldiers, including his closest friend during the Trojan War. Not exactly purely heroic behavior.
Okay, good point. Who else?
Well, Hercules, the epitome of strength, right? But in a fit of madness sent by Hera, he killed his own wife and children. His famous 12 labors, those are his penance, his punishment for that horrific act.
Wow, I actually didn't know that was the reason for the labors.
It adds a layer, doesn't it? And Odysseus, the clever strategist, the great survivor, but he was also a liar, a cheat, especially during the war and his journey home, and he suffered immensely for it over 10 long years.
So not exactly role models then?
Not in the modern sense, and this reveals a really core philosophical insight the Greeks had. Greatness always comes at a cost. Every single hero had what they called hamartia.
Hamartia.
Yeah, it's often translated as a tragic flaw, but it's more than just a mistake. It's like an intrinsic part of their character. Achilles' pride, Hercules' rage, Odysseus' trickery that ultimately leads to their downfall or great suffering.